Hey, movie peeps, welcome to NibblenFlix, a podcast where snacks meet cinema, and we chew from everything from buttery popcorn to box office buzz. I'm your host, Jeff Reed. Hit the like button to help us get more eyes on the video, and if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get notified when new content is uploaded on the channel. Time stamps is in the description, and in this video, we're going to be munching and discussing about the movie Roofman. Based on the true story, Roofman follows Jeffrey Manchester, played by Channing Tatum, an Army veteran and struggling father who returns to robbing McDonald's restaurants by cutting holes in the roofs, earning him the nickname Roofman. After escaping prison, he secretly lives in Tours R Us for 6 months, surviving undetectable while planning his next move. But when he falls for Leah, played by Kristen Dunst, a divorced mom drawn to his undeniable charm, his double life begins to unravel, setting off a compelling and suspenseful game of cat and mouse as his past closes in. So this would be a non-spoiler review, and if you have never watched our videos before, I break it down in 3 segments: the good, the bad, and the final verdict. And there's been a lot of Oscar buzz about Channing Tatum's performance. Now, is it worth it? Well, let's talk about it. So the good about this film, I like how they build up Jeffrey Manchester's story, just to show him where he's at, where he's struggling as a father to support his family. He just wants to see his family. He started off with his daughter's birthday and doesn't really get a gift that she really likes. And you see the things that some veterans go through, like once they leave the military. Like they have a set of skills they learned in the military, but they can't really correlate that into the real world. And you see the struggle sometimes when you see veterans go do that. So, I like how they showed how articulate he was and basically escape out and figure out what McDonald's is and see what the blueprint when it comes to all their restaurants is basically the same thing. They all have the same layout. He figured that out. He clocked that in and he found a weakness, and he noticed that the roof was the easiest way to get into a McDonald's when it's closed and to go in there and rob them. And I liked how they showed that because they actually took time to show what he was doing. I was clocking, how he was trying to figure out everything about a McDonald's just to see exactly how the setup was. And each one, he went to a couple of them just to verify that it is the same setup, and it is. And it showed him actually, doing the work of actually going in there and stealing money. And they said that he robbed over 45 McDonald's in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and that's pretty impressive that no one figured out like there's the same robberies going on and the same setup. He's going through the roof. When I think the corporation would have figured that out, but hey, maybe after 45 robberies that they figured it out. But I did like how they set up the character of Jeffrey Manchester in this film, and like I said before, sometimes veterans go through some things when they get out of the military. They just don't have the skill set to actually implement that into the real world, and sometimes this happens, and it's pretty sad. Channing Tatum's performance was absolutely fantastic in this film. You do get your Channing Tatum typical tropes in this film where you got the humor, the jokes, flirting, shirts off, run around naked, whatever. Whatever you like. If you like Channing Tatum, don't worry, all that stuff is here in this film. He does all of it. But also, the film allows him, and I say not enough, but allows him to show you his range. He's able to hit the dramatic moments. He's there to hit the intensity, showing his face. Like when there's certain scenes where he might get caught by the police, and you just worry to see that, hey, he might be going back to jail for escaping. So I like that they showed that his range in this film. I just feel like it didn't show enough in this film, unfortunately. So even with that, Channing Tatum was able to portray Jeffrey Manchester as the character, as the person that he really is. He's just a nice guy who just robs banks and escaped out of prison. He was able to show that throughout his performance. When you read and watch some of the videos of what happened during that time, everybody was basically saying this guy was a nice person. Like you see in the trailer, he gave the workers at McDonald's his coat so they could stay warm while they were in the freezer waiting for the cops to come in. And he was able to portray that. He's like, I feel this role fits him perfectly because he can play that nice guy with a charm and everything like that too. So I thought he did an amazing job playing Jeffrey Manchester. I just wish that they were able to go deeper into his character and build him up as more of the person rather than, this guy who's just nice and done a bad thing and he's out on the run from the police. Kristen Dunst, who plays Leah, who's Jeffrey Manchester's girlfriend, I thought she played her very well. She was able to have great chemistry with Channing Tatum. I thought watching them two on screen was very captivating and fun. and it just keeps your eyes on the screen. And you just wanted to see these two basically work off each other, because I thought that the scenes they were in were kind of like written dull, but they were actually to bring life into those scenes, and they just did an amazing job working together. There's some parts in this movie that have a lot of drama, a lot of intense into it, and both of them just raise the movie up higher because of the way they're performing those scenes. It's definitely something that we will like while watching this film. I think just watching these two characters going off each other just makes this film very enjoyable. Peter Dinklage, I mean, you can say anything negative about him. Whatever he's in, he always plays his characters very well. He was fantastic in here, playing like the mean store manager at Toys R Us, and just had some comedic moments as well too. But Peter Dinklage always brings the charm, and always fantastic every time I see him on screen. So the bad about this film is the script. I feel like the script is trying to be real deep, trying to have a deep story, but it's also trying to meet Tatum's like abilities of acting, rather than just being a script and having a developed deep character, and just let Channing Tatum play the character the way that it's written, so he can show the range. He has a range. I feel like they could have done things to basically make this character more interesting, and it left a lot on the table when it comes to developing this character. I mean, he's going through a lot. I mean, one, he's a veteran, he's struggling. Showing him trying to apply for jobs, so that he's maybe having issues not getting a job, maybe his background's not good enough, maybe him being discharged hurts him from getting a job. They also kind of show you the struggles he's going through providing for his family, but there's other things too that's going on. Like, why you feel like this is the only way I can provide for my family. You should show that, like why he made the decision. Show him like the struggles he's having with his family, like with his wife at the time, to where next time he messes up, that's it. Like, she out. Like, show what led to that. Like, there's so many things they just could have done to actually make this character more interesting. And I felt like I said before, I felt like they kind of handcuffed Channing Tatum here and not allow him to give more deeper performance, basically giving us the character and going dive deep into him, so we can understand his mental process and why he did the things that he did. Like, why is he going out knowing that he's a fugitive and you just got to wait it out for a couple of months just to get out of the country so he can be free? Why is he getting involved with Leah? Like, what made him turn to actually start dating Leah? Like, this is the things they kind of missed out on. I think they should have went more deep in. And it's very shallow how they did in the film, but I feel like they could have went deep more and actually give Channing Tatum more of a playground to play with and show his full range of acting ability. But that's one of the flaws of this film. It could be a film that I don't think it will be talked about at the end of the year as being the best film, but when it comes to performances from Channing Tatum, I feel like the film kind of let him down, because it was an opportunity for him to show everybody how great an actor he can be, and now we got to wait for maybe an opportunity for him to actually show that, and this film didn't do that for him. The last thing I would say is a negative about this film is the runtime. The movie clocks at 2 hours and 6 minutes, and I honestly think it should be shaved off at least 20 minutes. 140, maybe that it might be pushing it too. I just feel like certain scenes in this movie were just too long for no reason. They just kept on going and going, where they could have just do the scene, move on with the story. And if they wanted that 2 hours and 6 minutes, that's when they should have used time to develop the character of Jeffrey Manchester, showing where he came from, showing why he got himself in the situation, showing him struggling, showing him dealing with stuff with his wife, and his wife is on the edge of just like saying, "You cut off, or you're done," to the point where he gets arrested, he gets out. We try and stay low and just make sure that he can try to escape as soon as possible. And why did he get involved with Leah? Like, this show more meat of that, so we understand the character, when his mindset, what he's going through during this whole time, rather than just sitting here. Yeah, we're getting great performances from Channing Tatum and Kristen Dunst in his scenes. However, let's push the story along to where it's enjoyable to watch, so that you don't have some dull moments. I feel like a lot of scenes were good. Most of these scenes are absolutely fantastic to watch. It's just long in the tooth, and you just push time. Just come on, just keep it moving. So, man, it just hurts the film a lot, because it is like, please just stop the scene. Move on. The final verdict. So I would score this film 3 out of 5 snacks. And that's because overall the film does have fun moments. And the performances from Channing Tatum and Kristen Dunst were absolutely fantastic and worth the watch. But it just felt like it's not a film where I think Channing Tatum should be getting any Oscar buzz for this film. And the reasons why is because the film doesn't allow him to show all his range and show the capabilities that he has as an actor. And some parts of the movie just feels completely empty at times because it's relying more on the performances rather than building up the characters of this film. And I think if the film was meeting at this 2-hour and 6-minute runtime and you actually are building the characters and give us some background on them and actually understand where these characters are coming from, it would be more justified for the film to be that length. And also we can actually see more time of these characters doing these great performances and possibly give Channing Tatum a real Oscar buzz like discussion and say, hey, maybe he should be in the conversation for best male performance of the year this year for an Oscar. And unfortunately they didn't do that in this film. I recommend this film for anyone who is a Channing Tatum fan and also anyone who's interested to know about Jeffrey Manchester, just to see what was going on during this whole time where he was just picking off McDonald's and Burger Kings and everything else when it comes to like food services restaurants around the Charlotte area. And I thought the interesting thing, like everybody they were talking to that interview for this film, they all said the same thing about this guy. Like, he's really nice. He's just gonna rob you. I mean, that's what it is. He might give you even go off his own back to give to you to make sure that you're not freezed in the freezer at McDonald's. But he just will rob you. You might have to check your pockets after encountering him because he'll take something from you. He had like this Robin Hood kind of thing with him too, and I thought they could have gotten into more of that too, and that's what they could have done. They could have made this story kind of like a Robin Hood thing, because he was doing some things. If you see the movie, you see exactly what I'm talking about when it means like Robin. Let me know if you're interested in this film. Let me know if you've seen this film already. Do you agree or disagree with what I said about this film? Let me know in the comment sections below, and thank you for watching this film. I really appreciate you taking the time of your day to watch this film, and till next time, keep munching, keep watching, and keep it real. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.